And Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all Israel had gone to Shechem to set him up to reign. And it came to be, when Jeroboam son of Nebat heard this, he was still in Mitzrayim, for he had fled from the presence of sovereign Shlomo, and had been dwelling in Mitzrayim, that they sent and called him. And Jeroboam and all the assembly of Israel came and spoke to Rehoboam, saying, Your father made our yoke hard, and now lighten the hard service of your father and his heavy yoke which he put on us, then we serve you. And he said to them, Go away for 3 days, then come back to me. And the people went. Then sovereign Rehoboam consulted the elders who stood before his father Shlomo while he still lived, and he said, What do you advise me to answer these people? And they spoke to him, saying, If you are a servant to these people today, and shall serve them, and shall answer them, and speak good words to them, then they shall be your servants all the days. But he ignored the advice the elders gave him, and consulted the young men who had grown up with him, who stood before him. And he said to them, What advice do you give? How should we answer this people who have spoken to me, saying, Lighten the yoke which your father put on us? And the young men who had grown up with him spoke to him, saying, Say this to this people who have spoken to you, saying, Your father made our yoke heavy, but you make it lighter on us. Say this to them, My little finger is thicker than my father's waist. And now, my father laid a heavy yoke on you, but I add to your yoke. My father flogged you with whips, but I flog you with scourges. So Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam the 3rd day, as the sovereign had spoken, saying, Come back to me the 3rd day. But the sovereign answered the people harshly and ignored the advice which the elders had given him. And he spoke to them according to the advice of the young men, saying, My father made your yoke heavy, but I add to your yoke. My father flogged you with whips, but I flog you with scourges. So the sovereign did not listen to the people, for the turn of events was from Yahweh, in order to establish his word, which Yahweh had spoken by Ahiah the Shilonite to Jeroboam son of Nebat. And all Israel saw that the sovereign did not listen to them. Then the people answered the sovereign, saying, What portion do we have in David? And there is no inheritance in the son of Ishai. To your mighty ones, O Yisrael, now see. To your own house, O David. So Yisrael went to their tents. But as for the children of Yisrael who dwelt in the cities of Yehudah, Rehoboam reigned over them. And when sovereign Rehoboam sent Adoram, who was over the compulsory labor, all Yisrael stoned him with stones, and he died. And sovereign Rehoboam hastily mounted his chariot to flee to Jerusalem. Thus Yisrael revolted against the house of David to this day. And it came to be when all Yisrael heard that Jeroboam had come back, they sent for him and called him to the congregation and set him up to reign over all Yisrael. There was none who followed the house of David, except the tribe of Yehudah. And Rehoboam came to Jerusalem, and he assembled all the house of Yehudah with the tribe of Benjamin, 180,000 chosen brave men, to fight against the house of Yisrael, to bring back the reign to Rehoboam son of Shlomo. But the word of Elohim came to Shemaiah the man of Elohim, saying, Speak to Rehoboam son of Shlomo, sovereign of Yehudah, and to all the house of Yehudah and Benjamin, and to the rest of the people, saying, Thus said Yahweh, Do not go up or fight against your brothers the children of Yisrael. Let every man return to his house, for this matter is from me. So they obeyed the word of Yahweh and turned back, according to the word of Yahweh. And Jeroboam built Shechem in the mountains of Ephraim and dwelt there. And he went out from there and built Penuel. And Jeroboam said in his heart, Now the rain shall return to the house of David. If these people go up to do slaughterings in the house of Yahweh at Jerusalem, then the heart of this people shall turn back to their master, Rehoboam sovereign of Yehudah, and they shall slay me and go back to Rehoboam sovereign of Yehudah. So the sovereign took counsel and made 2 calves of gold and said to the people, "It is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. See, your mighty ones, O Yisrael, which brought you up from the land of Mitzrayim." And he set up one in Bethel, and the other he put in Dan. And this matter became a sin, for the people went before the one as far as Dan. And he made the house of high places, and made priests from all sorts of people, who were not of the sons of Lew. And Jeroboam performed a festival on the 15th day of the 8th month, like the festival that was in Yehudah, and he offered on the altar. So he did at Bethel, slaughtering to the calves that he had made. And at Bethel he appointed the priests of the high places which he had made. And he made offerings on the altar which he had made at Bethel on the 15th day of the 8th month, in the month which he had devised in his own heart. And he performed a festival for the children of Israel, and offered on the altar, and burned incense.